SEC, and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. And tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Washington Commanders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. Fields passing on the first play from scrimmage. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
Mooney had a hair under 500 yards last season and only 2 touchdowns. But the year before, 1,000-yard season. 2023, a big year for his future with the franchise.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Commanders, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. Fields throws the out route and finds Claypool. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Fields. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. And even 50 yards. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. Oh, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15 And they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Now throwing on first down here. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Here comes third down at 7. Howell throwing on third down here.
And this is going to be incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. They still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Fields to commit there for a Chicago first. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. Taken down at the 42. You talk about this Washington defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. On the option right is Fields. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
To throw is Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Herbert powering up the middle.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. Touchdown, Bears. DJ Moore, 34 yards.
And the Bears are able to extend their lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
13 yards on the play.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
On 27-yard line.
Here we go.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 27.
Back to throw. Fields.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well.
Hand off right side for Herbert.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Well, they're changing this at the line. They're going for it. Here's Herbert.
20. Touchdown, Chicago.
Khalil Herbert.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Santos now to add the PAT. And it's 21-3.
Makes the score Bears 21, Commanders 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
And Howe will throw it. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
4th down, Howell.
And that is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Here we go, son.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. That is caught by Herbert. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Here we go, son.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Herbert.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Herbert is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Running here with Herbert.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. 1-yard gains are trending. The same result on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. Santos' kick is up and through, and the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go, Shaq. Cougar 19. Lion. Turn. Right there, right there.
First down, Howell to throw. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Howell.
Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Out of the gun, it's Howell.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 35. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
34-yard line.
Sly able to put this one through.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Commanders 6.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They'll go play action. Howell.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
So here we go, 4th down. Howell. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th. Another throw for Howell. Out to the flat here for Johnson.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd down. Howell now. Again, it's Johnson.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21. And quickly, they get to the line.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On first down, Howell.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Howell on the QB sneak.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Sam Howell
scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for two.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now we got whistles before the snap. Looked like one of the Commanders jumped. And Joey Sly on for the extra point.
And it is good. That cuts the lead now to 11, 24-13 our score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Velus Jones now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 16.
Here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now 2nd and 5. Fields.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
11 yards for number 11.
Here we go. Hey, Jared.
Here's a give to Herbert.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Throwing left side, it's complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 39.
13 yards. And the Bears first down.
A handoff for Herbert. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
They'll run with Herbert.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Chicago.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Herbert once more. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up third down.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Fields. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Okay, break.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Hal try to pick it up on third. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
That's good for a Washington Commanders.
60 Eagles, 60
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Hal throwing on first down here. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
It's Hal with another throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. There he goes, left side. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
The score, Bears 34, Commanders 13. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
Al now to throw it.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the...
Under pressure, they got him again.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, these guys want to do something positive as this game approaches its end, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Street! Hurry!
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A give left side here for Herbert.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
But not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there. Second down, they go back to Herbert.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
98 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is